Ultra video parity. Oi, so the Penn State Nittany Lions are no longer undefeated. They lost to Ohio State 39-38. I watched 3/4 of it. When I first started watching, it was 14-3 Penn State, and then they scored another touchdown pretty quickly after I started watching, and I was like, okay, here we go with the blowout. They were leading 21-3, and Ohio State scored before halftime, which I thought was important. They made it 21, I think it was 21-10 at halftime, so that was important. They were behind by 18 early in the first half, or in the first half, so the most that they were behind was 18. In the second half, they were down by 15 most of the second half, and they actually came back and won. So it was a pretty good game. Yeah, I'd say it's one of the better college football games I've watched this year so far. It was close. You know what I mean? I don't like blowouts, so I don't have a favorite college football team, and I don't pick sides. I just watch and recap. Special teams was pretty significant in the first half. Penn State scored on their ensuing kickoff to go up 6-0, and then they did kick the extra point. Ohio State missed 2 extra points. That's why the score was 30. Excuse me. Ohio State went for 2 twice, and they failed on their 2-point conversions twice. That's why the score was 39-38. If they would have kicked those point after touchdowns, they would have won 41-38. They were behind the entire game until the last, around 2 minutes, 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. They scored a touchdown and went ahead 39-38. Penn State had a chance. They had the ball with about 2 minutes left, but they couldn't drive the ball. They just couldn't move the ball, and they ended up turning it. Although they did get the kickoff. I don't know why. I don't understand some of these coaching decisions sometimes. I don't know why Ohio State they didn't kick it deep to make them, well, you know what? It might be because their special teams wasn't the best. They did give up a touchdown, and then there was another long return. Maybe that was it. But late in the game, instead of, kicking it deep, they kicked it to about the 40-yard line of Penn State. But Penn State couldn't move the ball. 2 fumbles. Ohio State had 2 fumbles. They pretty much dominated statistically, except for turnovers. But offensively, they pretty much dominated. 523 yards, I think, was it? Yes, it was, I think, 523 to 283. So Ohio State had over 500 yards. And Penn State had less than 300. But Penn State was able to score 38 points, and then Ohio State was behind. They were down by 15 for much of the second half. So Penn State is no longer undefeated. They're 7-1 now. Ohio State improves to 7-1, and both teams are in the East Division of the Big Ten, and they are tied with. Well, it depends on what Michigan State does, but I think as of now they're both tied for the East Division lead in the Big Ten. Adios.